what an adventure today has been. I woke up 2 hours too late. Don't ask about it. I'll tell you later in this vlog. I got in my car after a moment of panic, just running around crazy, getting ready. And here I am at Hayes Books and Literature Festival. Why do I keep calling it Hayes? Hayes? No, it's Hay Festival. Yeah, it's even behind me. Hay Festival. The village is called Hay on Wye. Hay, not Hayes. It seems to be my glitch for the day. Please bear with me on this one. I am Caterina George, Romanian writer and journalist in the UK, and I will take you around with me on my first visit at this festival and the experience that I'm going to have here for one day only. I think next year I'm going to plan for a longer stay to soak in all of the literature and the great events you can find here. I have to admit that as soon as I arrived here, I felt positively and in a very nice way overwhelmed with everything that I can see around. This festival seems so well organized, and yes, it has over 30 years of tradition, so you would expect that, of course. So many people with children, because you can find books for all ages and all interests here, which is absolutely great. It reminds me in a way of the big book fairs that I used to attend either as a journalist or as a PR and communications officer for a big publishing house back in Romania. But now, what happened and how did I get here driving myself instead of with Written Writers Group, who organized this day trip for all of us? After I left and realized I will get here in good time, driving on my own, and that's maybe the downside, because I hoped for this to be like a group event with my friends, was that next time when I'm very tired in the evening and I want to set up an alarm for attending something important, as Hayes Festival is for me at this point, I will double and triple check the alarm that I set. Or maybe even set it a little bit earlier, not when I'm like half sleepy with my eyes already blurry and rushing to go to bed so I can get some good rest before an important day. What I did was that I set up my weekdays alarm at 6:10 in the morning instead of my weekend alarm. So I didn't wake up when I should have to catch the joint minibus that our chairman of Written Writers Group arranged for us. But never mind, that's a lesson learned from now on. I have just managed to finish that queue behind me where Elif Shafak is signing her most recently published book, about which she just talked here at Hayes Festival at my first event, on my first time participating here in the audience, of course. And this is the book. I have it signed. I'll show you the signature. I want to brag a little bit about it, because Elif is one of those international women authors who are such an inspiration and a motivation for me as a Romanian writer now writing in English and living in the UK. I found out at this event of hers that she's been writing in English for 16 years, and that's, like I said, such a motivating story for me. I deeply admire her work, and the floor here is very shaky, as you can probably see in my iPad just moving right now. So I'm just going to go buy some more books and take you outside with me, because the weather is really beautiful. And we'll talk about the festival a little bit more outside. With all the excitement and the heat of the moment of meeting Elif Shafak, who is one of my favorite international women authors, I didn't check what she'd written in my book until I got in the queue after picking up several others. And waiting there, of course, I had this time to check. And what she said made me quite tearful, because we had a little bit of a conversation, and that's something that I really appreciated in the way that she signs copies of her books for people buying them, that she does talk to you and establishes as much as possible like a more personal connection or conversation with each of the people there in the queue. And what she said to me words with warm wishes and sisterhood. As a woman who cares about issues affecting women worldwide in different societies and different cultures, this is how I see women empowering other women, as sisterhood, as thinking how we can help each other, how we can offer a voice to each other, and how we can give strength to each other to be citizens equal to any other, to be citizens who participate and who are really taken into account and who can matter in the world today. I also think that this year I have been so lucky so far in regards to literature, literary events, authors whom I met, and finding a new writers group to attend as well in Birmingham. A lot more diversity, and all of this is stimulating my creative streak as well, and all of my writing that I hope I will do a lot more from now on. I will try and take advantage of these white clouds which are diffusing the sunlight a little bit, because it's a wonderful hot summer day, and I'm not complaining of summer days, hot summer days. Oh, we have plenty of those, up to 35-40 degrees back in Romania where I am from. But hopefully the sun won't blind me while I am trying to tell you a few facts about Hayes Festival. Of course, you can find a lot more online on their website, on other sources which are reliable. But since you're watching this vlog, and hopefully you're enjoying it, I will tell you a few facts if you've never been here or you don't really know much about this event. Apparently, years before the festival existed, the small village located in southwest of Wales called Hay-on-Wye became a bookstore or bookshops village. And that's so fascinating in a time when bookstores are closing all over the UK, and that's making big news in big media today. It all started with a local bookshop owner who bought a cinema building that was no longer used and was out for sale. And after that, years after that, in 1987, Hayes Festival started. It's been going on for 32 years now, and as I said, it's so well organized and so big. Such a burst of energy all around, and of literature, history, books for children, everything you want. In 2001, Bill Clinton called Hayes Festival the Woodstock of the mind. I might not have a lot of love for politicians or for American presidents necessarily, but I think in this respect he was quite right. On my list of reasons why I love Wales, Hay Festival and the bookstores around this village feature quite high on top now. I visited the region for the first time 2 years ago when Adrian wanted to introduce me to places such as Powys Castle, Bodnan Garden, beautiful, beautiful historical mansions or castles with amazing gardens. Also last year we went to the area around Bangor and stayed on Anglesey Island, and that was again very picturesque. That's what Wales has in abundance: picturesque landscape, beautiful villages, lots of mansions. It's known for tourism, but now I can say, after visiting Hay Festival and the village, if you're a book lover and if you love Wales, if you like traveling down here, sooner or later you will come to this event just like I did. Right now I'm recording in this little space in front of the cinema bookstore, the famous one which started the books craze around here. The village itself, is not only about books, it has lots of different galleries, arts and crafts, even a greengrocer's. I have to say that I haven't stopped since I arrived here. I didn't have anything to eat yet. It is hot and sometimes I don't feel like eating when the day heat is just in its fullest. But one day is certainly not enough. Not for me at least. Literature, ice cream and cookies. How does that sound? That's what I lived on today during my 8 hours that I have spent at Hay Festival this Sunday. I'm back at the Park and Ride place after having attended the event with Ian McEwan, the biggest one with an author that I have ever experienced. Oh, that tent was absolutely huge, so many people. Any writer would dream something like that, and of course Ian McEwan will guarantee it. Before heading back home for a nice drive through the beautiful landscapes of Wales, I want to encourage you to come and experience this for yourself. Next year I plan to come here for longer and do more days and have time to spend in the village and in the area itself. Before I wrap up this vlog, remember to subscribe to my channel, and until next time I will tell you ciao for now from Hay Festival.